to update you all. This is a state of play right now. This afternoon, more than 4 million people across Queensland and northern New South Wales are in a race against time, sandbagging their homes, enacting emergency plans as they brace for the full force of Tropical Cyclone Alfred.
It's wind, it's rain, can get bad. If you're really on the coast, it can get really bad. But for the most part, yeah, let's not get too excited. There's Taylor. Look at the ridge. Look at the ridge line. Well, the storm might have been a little bit worse than I thought it was going to be, but nonetheless, I still was correct in terms of the fear-mongering and the propaganda that was going on. So, listen, I'm here in Broadbeach right now in the Gold Coast of Australia, and look, it really doesn't look all that bad here. You've got these berms that have formed from all the sand that's been taken away here. But I know it's a bit worse down in Surfers. That's Surfers Paradise, and Burley Heads, I know that's down that way. That's on the coast too, and they got it pretty good as well. But here in Broadbeach, look, this is what happens with a big storm like this. It's once in a great whenever. And look, we're not supposed to fear about any of this stuff anyway. I mean, it's an inconvenience, and granted, I was without power for about 36 hours. Not my first time. In fact, you know what, this brings up something. Somebody made a comment to me over the weekend too, in terms of saying that affluence is what determines how if people are like civil or not. And actually, I disagree with that completely, because I remember having 2 hurricanes go directly over my house in Florida, and I was without power for 3 days. And here it is, I go to a Panera Bread to go get a cup of coffee, because obviously I couldn't have coffee. This was on day number 2. And I just about watched a fist fight start right in front of me as people were just waiting to get coffee. I mean, look, I don't think affluence has anything to do with it. It has everything to do with your moral compass and how you handle things under stress. In fact, I always say that the gauge of, your character is not when you don't see the true character of who someone is until it's the bad times. Everybody can act nice and civil during the good times, but oh boy, and let me tell you, there are some bad times coming. Oh, that's a whole other story. But the thing I wanted to talk about too was the whole bit of propaganda, and how I saw a clip over the weekend about this stream that was flooding. And the headline of this was, get to higher ground, you've got to be safe. Well, folks, I know exactly where that place is. I've seen that creek flood out many, many times, and folks, it's on top of Tambourine Mountain. You can't get much higher than there. So it just goes to show you, don't believe everything you see on the news and TV and things like that. It's really kind of cuckoo crazy. And look, the one thing I also wanted to talk about today too was I got challenged by a couple of people actually. I made a comment with the last video saying that, gee, I wonder if this was geoengineered, and I'm actually finding proof of this. But I had a couple comments of people saying, oh, don't believe in geoengineering and they can't control weather and things like that. I want to address it directly, but let me just say this. If it was not true, why have they been pumping billions of dollars into this over the decades? Yeah, in fact, I'm working on something right now. I actually have firsthand knowledge of someone who was warned before the turn. Well, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I want to tell this on the Tom Hughes show next week, which, by the way, I'm going to be on Tom's show next week. In fact, let me just give you the whole enchilada of what's going on here. I'm going to be recording with JB Hickson here. That's tomorrow morning. I don't know when I'm releasing this video. He'll put that out next week. And then, of course, I've got the prophecy conference, online prophecy conference with Retro Watchman and Zach. I've got a nice little 45-minute slot, and I'm going to be talking about the church specifically within that. And I've got a lot of, let's put it this way, I'm going for it, this 45-minute slot that I have. And then, of course, I think it's Monday or Tuesday of next week, I'm going to be on the show with Tom Hughes next week, and I'm hoping there to kind of divulge some of this I've got a little bit of inside information. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet because I'm still kind of fleshing a few things out right now, but it has everything to do with this storm that hit the Gold Coast. Folks, look, my hope is in Jesus, and one of these days the sky is going to open up, and us who are calling ourselves, who are really submitting and calling ourselves the true Christians, the remnant church, we're out of here. And look, it's going to be a great day for us, but it's going to be a terrible day for many, many people. And this is why I say a lot of the things that I say. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning into me this week. Hey, we're at the beach. How cool is that? That being said, I hope to see you all next time.